Shot goes down, it can lead to so many other good things on the court. When you had those early baskets go, did it help your defense and your rebounding? Oh! We don't have an injury, right? You good? Okay.
The Indiana Pacers are a team that are not only trending in the right direction, finishing 11th in the East at 35-47 last season after a much worse 21-22 season at 25-57. They've also seemed to have found their identity. At number 1 in fast break points and a top 5 team in pace last year, this is a team that wants to get up and down the floor as quickly as possible and make fast decisions on every possession. It's one of the simplest ways to generate offense, and it's also a successful philosophy in general. You can outrun teams that like to play slower by increasing the amount of possessions, and players are more involved when they know if they get ahead in transition, the ball will find them. Nice proof of that is the fact that they sat at 6th place in assists. Finding talent is always the priority, but direction and identity are two of the most important parts of roster building. Knowing who you are as a team while finding the right players that fit your style are things the Indiana Pacers have been doing really well. But playing fast can only get you so far offensively, and clear evidence of that is their offensive rating, which sat at 21st last year. They were 23rd in turnovers, they shot a lot of threes, 7th most in three-pointers attempted, while being 22nd in field goal percentage, which tells you the team is basically just running and gunning. A strategy almost every team has fully adopted at this point. However, the real problem holding the Pacers back from taking that next leap is the other side of the ball. 26th in defensive rating, they're 29th in second chance points allowed, which is because they really struggle to rebound. 22nd in fast break points allowed, which tells you they're just not getting back in transition. And it's really been the stressful topic Rick Carlisle and others had talked about throughout the year. A player that feels like the perfect fit to help solve plenty of those problems is Bruce Brown, who just signed for 2 years, $45 million. A champion who's now been in very interesting situations, knows how to be productive no matter what role he's had. He can knock down threes, he can get to the rim, he can run point if needed, he can play off the ball as a great cutter, really good defender that can guard and play multiple positions. Amazing pickup for the Pacers, who really need stability in their lineups. Another interesting move was trading for Obi Toppin, a name that immediately makes sense when you think about a team that loves to play in transition and share the ball. Obi Toppin can really add another athletic dimension to this team, and with his steady three-point improvement, could really play an important role as a potential 3-and-D guy for the Pacers. This is still a young group that, like many other lottery teams, has its flaws, but also plenty of upside to be excited about. Reason number 1 for me is Tyrese Haliburton. Easily one of my favorite young players to watch, and in 2023, at 6'5", incredibly rare play style for what you expect from a point guard these days. He's kind of a traditional pass-first point with ridiculously high IQ, changing plays during timeouts, which at 23 years old, in a huddle next to Rick Carlisle, is impressive in itself.
Carlisle is known to be a coach who, calls a lot of sets, especially when he was in Dallas. Actually, when I got traded there, Rondo hit me and was like, I don't know if you're going to like him. Like, I don't know if that's going to be a good fit for you. Like, good luck. You know what I mean? That's basically what he said. I'm like, Rondo telling me this? Like, what a, damn. Here we go, right? He let me rock that whole year. It was like 20 games. He let me do my thing. And then he met with me before the season and was like, yo, like, I don't want to call plays anymore. I want you in charge of it. I believe in you. I trust you. And I'm like, word? I'm like, I bet.
The trust that such an experienced championship coach has in such a young talent should tell you all you need to know about Haliburton's intelligence on the floor. But labeling Hallie as a traditional point would really be undermining him. This is a dude that scores 20 points per game on 49% from the field, while also holding an elite career three-point percentage at 40%. Haliburton truly does it all for you offensively, great team-first mentality, and just a fun player to watch. one of the league's most underrated players in my opinion is also on this team, and that's Myles Turner. At 26 years old, this guy averages 2.3 blocks per game for his career, led the league in blocks twice, shoots 37% from 3, averaged 18 points and 7 rebounds on 54% from the field last year, and has never made an All-Star team. Not only has he never made an All-Star team, he's never made an All-NBA defense team. How is that even possible? He was 5th in blocks per game last year, which put him ahead of both Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid. Being on the Indiana Pacers is no doubt a huge reason for the lack of appreciation for that type of production, but people use Indiana's overall defensive rating as an excuse for Myles Turner not making an all-defense team. But it's when Myles goes to rest on the bench that opposing teams have free reign to attack the basket. And don't take it from me, take it from Myles himself, who said it on Gil's podcast.
You're not driving every time. When I come out the game, everybody's downhill. It's like, okay, now's the time. You gotta attack.
Yeah.
When I'm in the game, they gotta change up their whole, their whole offensive scheme. You know what I mean? And that's the type of stuff that doesn't show up in the stat sheet like he was talking about. And that's the type of stuff I pride myself in. I've had honestly, it's been a lot of fun just being that dude, bro.
Next on this team is Ben Mathurin, who had a great summer league run and also gave Paolo a run for his money for a long time on that Rookie of the Year race. A kid with all the confidence in the world. This is someone with great athletic ability that plays with no fear, which resulted in expected rookie mistakes, along with the same mistakes this recent summer league. Sometimes just playing a little too fast, getting a bit out of control, but make no mistake, he has some serious potential to be one of the great shot creators in the NBA. Another guard on this team that I really liked both in college and his rookie season is Andrew Nembhard. At 23 years old, Nembhard played 4 years in college, which basically means you're most likely getting a player that's going to help contribute right away. Nembhard had an awesome rookie season, playing on a Pacers team that already had guard options, which is impressive. People remember Nembhard for his buzzer beater over LeBron off of a broken play, but it really is a play like that highlights who he could be as a player. Someone that's not afraid of the moment, he's confident in his ability, and always seems to be under control with the ball in his hands. He showed his ability to defend, which is something the Pacers desperately need. He was the first Pacers rookie to start in 60 or more games in the last 20 years. Among rookies, he finished second behind Jaden Ivey in assists, he finished 10th in scoring, and 3rd in steals. He also made the Rising Stars team alongside Ben Mathurin. Talk about a solid draft pick at number 31. Speaking of draft picks and finding the right players, at number 8 overall, the Pacers took JARACE Walker, who you can learn more about if you click the link in the description for one of his recent interviews. Walker is a 6'8" forward freshman that was a Swiss Army knife for a great Houston team. He brings exactly what the Pacers are looking for. He's a strong, athletic forward that can fill the modern-day small ball 4 or 5 position, really good rim protector and rebounder, which are 2 things the Pacers desperately need. He overpowers opponents that are his size, and he can also blow by players that are bigger than him. He's quick on his feet, which will definitely give the Pacers some switchability on defense. He's still not a good shooter, but 34% from the college 3 with pretty solid mechanics shows he has the potential to develop into one. He's shown flashes of playmaking, finding teammates at the right times, and all in all, just looking at what he did in Summer League alone shows me the Pacers made the right choice. A gamble pick at number 26 was Ben Shepherd, an elite 41% three-point shooter in college whose constant moving play style fits right in with what the Pacers are looking to do night in and night out. He's a little bit of a gamble pick because of his lack of athleticism and some thinking he might not be able to hold his own in the league, but time will tell. And then there's Buddy Hield, who's still under contract, but he's been in trade rumors forever. So I'm wondering if this is finally the season it happens, since he is on a contract year, but I guess we'll find out soon. If this team can really find a way to at least be a middle-of-the-pack defense, they could be an unexpected squad that finds their way into the playoffs through the play-in games. This is another incredibly fun team to watch on League Pass that I recommend you guys pay attention to. Thanks for watching this video. This is the All Things Basketball Podcast. I'm your host, Vic Lopez, as always, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.